Okay, so we just got the shock off, and now what we need to do is we got to take the spring off and replace it with the Hyperpro spring. So it's not too difficult. The tools we got here, we got two little picks that we're going to use to take the retaining pin out. And we've got two Allens. We got a 4 and we got a 2. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mark this spot right here. Basically, it controls where our adjustable knob goes, and since it's got to mount right back on the bike, it's got to be in a certain position so it fits. So I'm going to mark it with our whiteout marker to make sure we don't lose that. And when we put it back on, we'll know exactly where to put it. Right. So after I got it marked here, I'm going to loosen the little tightener for this. It basically keeps it from turning after you mark it. And once you got that loose, I want to take off our little mud wrap here. On most of these you wouldn't need it because you'd have a tool that would fit over this, but since we don't have that tool, we need to take it off so we don't crush this. And it should just come right out after you loosen it up. You just got this 4 and you got a small nut on the back of it. Both those will pop right out, and then you can just slide this old plastic piece down a little bit. Pop right out. So we got our 2 Allen here loose. And we got the mud guard off, and now we're going to put it on our strut compressor. Thank you. So, take it over here to the strut compressor. A little bootleg way. We can get it to work. Help you see it a little bit. And you want to try to get it as close to the bottom of this as you can, so you have a little bit more to work with. And that's exactly what we're doing right here. You can just lock it in. You can adjust it just a little bit. Make it work better for you. So once we got it in there pretty good, we're going to close it around the top of it. And it's important that you don't cover up access to this cotter pin, because if you do, it's going to be a real pain to try to get it out. So we got plenty of room there to get it out and locked in. So now what we're going to do is we're going to hold it as we crank down. Now you got to keep in mind as you're doing this, you're compressing the spring, and as you compress this spring, you're releasing the retaining pin that holds it. And as you do that, it might get a little loose, and the shock can come out of the bottom of it. So you don't really have to go too far down to get it loose, because once you get it, that pin will start popping right up out of there, just like that. So you got it sticking out. You get our 2 little picks here that we have, and you find there's a little gap in it, and all you got to do, there's the gap right there, and it's in a nice little groove. So we just separate them out, or however you can. I mean, you can use a screwdriver or whatever. But all you got to do is just pop that pin out, hold it, take it around, and it'll slide right off the top. So don't lose this, you're going to need it. So once we got this loose here, we're going to uncrank it nice and gentle. Don't want it popping out. So keep a good hold on, make sure the bottom spring doesn't fall out. And as you get towards the top of this, it'll come right off. Now it's important to remember, I mean, if you don't have one of these, the key point here is to compress this spring. So any tool that you can get, I know they got some tools on the internet I've seen for about 28 bucks that you hook onto the spring and you compress it. And that'll work just fine. You just have to make it work for you. So it's not too hard. Just loosen this up. Take it out of the compressor. And twist this around so we got a little more room to take it off. And there you go. And this is what I meant before about how the spring is going to slide in and out of it. So I'm going to take it back over here. Take my light. Hopefully you can see what's going on. So, now that we got it loose, this literally just pulls right off the top. As it pulls off the top, just set it down, check it out. It's got this nice spacer that comes with it. There it is, right there, in all its glory, next to the original. So I guess you can tell, if you look real close there, it does look a little bit shorter. And I guess I'm hoping when we put it on the bike, it'll compress a little bit more and we'll be able to tell what's up. So, we're going to mount it back on here. Got all the pieces. So, and when you put it on, you're going to want to put the rising part at the top of it. And it'll just slide right down over that. Just like so. Fits in real snug there at the bottom. Put our bushing right there. And then we're going to slide this right back down over the top. Now remember that mark we made? We're going to line this right back up with that mark. Now, you're not going to fix it yet because you got to slide it down, but you're going to keep it there so when you compress it, it's going to be in the right spot. So we're going to take it back over to the compressor. Put it on the bottom. Alright, so let's try this again. Cranking down on it. As we do, a little bit more room to work with. And see right there, that ring is starting to show itself. Make it real easy to put that pin on. Plenty of room, it's not too difficult. Keep it lined up. So we're going to put the pin and we're just going to slide it down right over it. The retaining ring is going to make sure you got it seated all the way in it because it can pop out as you're coming back up. So you got it on there and slowly release it. Make sure you're keeping this lined up where it originally was. And it looks like it's seated in there pretty good. And then we can fully release it. And it's loose. So what we got to do then is just take it out of here. And then all we got to do now is we retighten this back in to fix it in this original position. See, the retaining ring is in there nicely. It's not slipping out. And we're ready to mount this back on the bike. Just going to come back in here with that 2 Allen head right there. Try to get you in the light. Tighten it back up. Doesn't need to be too tight. It's just a little Allen head. Once we have that on, we can stick this mud flap back on. Or this mud guard, I should say. It's not really a good mud flap. And we just spread it. And it pops right back around. So, put it on the top right here. Put our nut inside this one hexagon side. Hold it in there. And then we got our 4 Allen right here. Yeah, it's pretty tight too. And there you have it. Right now it's ready to be mounted right back on the bike, and for time's sake, and I don't really want to do another video of it, You're just going to put everything back on the rear tire just like you took it off in reverse order. Okay?